and thank you very much for your patience. Now I invite you to sit down and watch. You don't need any equipment for that. You need your eyes and your ears. I would like to invite the first artist, Mona Roda. Please come and entertain us.
We can be more than nice packaging on our wasted products. We can be more than paper cuts and paper cups. We can be more than a more pollution solution. We can be more than plastic bags tagging flags all over our sea life population. We could be more than an idea about a waste diminution, discussing a future evolution and a future resolution confusion, because evolution is just a proven illusion about how our home will soon be ruins. But we can be more. We could be more than trying to ignore the war on waste. But it's really up to you. So next time you go into the shops, think about all the crops ripped off farmers' plastic bags, and those who dedicate their lives to the war on waste pursue. Because it's all in people power. People have the power to make the people greedy or equal. Through the sequels of our days, changing our ways can rephrase our answer to yes. Monoxide. We could be more than bypassing the fact that global warming is a global warning of heat. And if you can't conceive it, doesn't mean you shouldn't believe it. Because we can change coal mines to solar inclines by taking a step with our feet. We could be more than this, because our home is infinity to what money could ever be worth. And realise that your litter is a bitter pinch to the earth. We could be more than this. We could be more.
Another big round of applause. Please, 1 minute, just stand. That's Rise Di Polo. Please applaud her. And Monda Roda. Thank you very much. It gives me pleasure to invite Dr. Li Fengli, the Director of Land and Water of FAO, to now preside over this opening ceremony. Dr. Li Fengli. Yes, and then while he's taking my place here, I would like to invite the director of the University of Cabo Verde to come to the high table. Then I'd like to invite Ms. Ana Atuza, the representative of FAO, to the high table. Mr. Felix Reinder, high table. His Excellency Ambassador Pio Wenbust, to the high table. Then His Excellency Minister Gilberto Silva. And then His Excellency Prime Minister José Ulises Correa e Silva, to the high table. Dr. Li Fengli, the floor is yours.
The Minister of Agriculture and Environment, Mr. Silva, His Excellency Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Switzerland to the United Nations organizations in Rome, Mr. Wenbust, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear WASAG partners and friends, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure and honor to moderate this opening session of the second International Forum of the Global Framework on Water Scarcity in Agriculture. I wish to welcome all of you, Excellencies, distinguished guests in the room, and those online to this event. We have over 2,200 participants registered for this event, including those who are following us online. Allow me first to convey to you the message from FAO Director General, Dr. Qu Dongyu, who represents his warmest greetings and could not be with us because of other commitment. Please allow me to read his opening statement in his way. Okay, sorry. His Excellency Prime Minister of the Cabo Verde, Mr. Correa Silva, His Excellency of Agriculture and Environment, Mr. Silva, His Excellency Ambassador of Switzerland to United Nations organizations in Rome, Mr. Wenbust, Excellencies, the Chair of WASAG Steering Committee, Mr. Reinders, distinguished guests, it is a pleasure to open the second WASAG International Forum on Water Scarcity in Agriculture. I wish to congratulate and thank the Government of Cabo Verde for its commitment and leadership in advancing solutions to water scarcity in agriculture and for hosting the second time of this forum. And thanks to the Government of Switzerland for its continued support to water scarcity in agriculture since the WASAG partnership was established in 2017. Cabo Verde and Switzerland have been the strongest advocates of WASAG at FAO Technical Committee on Agriculture, COAG, where WASAG progress will now be reported on. Friends, water scarcity currently affects 2.3 billion people and heavily impacts the agriculture sector, which accounts for more than 70% of human freshwater withdrawals. Climate change worsens the situation. We need solutions to adapt. We need to learn and exchange to better tackle the issues like the saline agriculture and droughts, water scarcity, and migration. We need to adopt sustainable agricultural water use practices and innovative financing mechanisms. We need to equip and empower farmers with information and solutions to manage water in a smarter way. We need to recognize the value of data, innovation, and technology, and we need to be aware of the specific cases of small island developing states, such as Cabo Verde. Together, we can turn the challenges into opportunities for food security, nutrition, and sustainable development. Recognizing that water is central to achieving all SDG, Sustainable Development Goals, FAO has included water on the agenda of all governing bodies, and water will be the theme of this year's FAO conference in July. Ladies and gentlemen, FAO is strongly committed to promote and implement integrated water resources management to help to transform to a more efficient, resilient, inclusive, and sustainable agri-food system in the future. WASAG is a core to that commitment and is a flagship partnership in FAO New Water Journey. This forum is your event. I encourage all of you to be bold and innovative in making WASAG a more impactful platform. This year offers excellent opportunities to better position WASAG and to promote WASAG solutions to water scarcity, such as the UN 2023 Water Conference in March, the FAO Conference in July, and the UN Climate COP28. We look forward to hearing your solutions and experience that can be brought to those global arena. Together, we can tackle water scarcity to achieving better production, better nutrition, a better environment, and a better life, leaving no one behind. Thank you. Now I put on my moderator hat again, and would like to invite Dr. Barreto, Rector of the University of Cabo Verde, who is hosting us in this modern facility, and to give us some welcome remarks. Dr. Barreto, the floor is yours, please.
Muito bom dia a todos. Excelentíssimo Senhor Primeiro-Ministro de Cabo Verde, Excelentíssimo Senhor Ministro da Agricultura e Ambiente, Excelentíssimo Senhor Ministro das Comunidades, Excelentíssimo Senhor Ministro do Comércio e Indústria, Excelentíssima Senhora Ministra da Modernização do Estado, Excelentíssimo Senhor Secretário de Estado de Economia Agrária, Excelentíssima Senhora Representante da FAO em Cabo Verde, Excelentíssimo Senhor Embaixador Permanente representante da Suíça nas Nações Unidas, excelentíssimos presidentes das câmaras municipais, excelentíssimos representantes do corpo diplomático, excelentíssimos membros da equipa reitoral, caros presidentes das unidades orgânicas, caro presidente da Faculdade de Ciências e Tecnologias, IEC, caros dirigentes, caros conferencistas, ilustres convidados, estimados estudantes, senhores jornalistas, muito bom dia. Permitam-me congratular-me com as honrosas presenças neste segundo Fórum WASAG do mais alto representante do Governo de Cabo Verde, o Sr. Primeiro-Ministro Dr. Ulisses Correia Silva, bem como do Ministro da Agricultura e Ambiente, do Secretário de Estado da Economia Rural, de importantes figuras de instituições e organismos nacionais e internacionais ligadas ao setor da água e da agricultura. Essas ilustres presenças são testemunhos inequívocos escassez da água na agricultura. Desejo-vos um excelente fórum e que daqui saiam muitíssimas boas ideias para a resolução dessa questão. Muito obrigado.
Young generation is ready up to the challenge and bring much more global leadership on water scarcity from here to the rest of the world. With that, I'd like to invite His Excellency Minister of Agriculture and Environment, Mr. Silva, to also give us an opening remark. Your Excellency, under your leadership, since you met with my predecessor, Mr. Eduardo Mansur, in Brazil, at the 8th World Water Forum in the March of 2018, you wanted the WASAG Forum to take place here in Cabo Verde, and then it exactly happened in the year later, in the March 2019. And today, 3 years later, we are gathering here again for the second International WASAG Forum. It is with great pleasure to invite you, the Excellency, and to deliver your welcome remark. Please, the floor is yours, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Senhor Primeiro-Ministro, colegas membros do Governo, senhores presidentes das câmaras municipais, senhora representante da FAO em Cabo Verde, senhor presidente da WASAG, senhor embaixador da Suíça junto da FAO, senhores membros do corpo diplomático em Cabo Verde, senhor embaixador da Suíça mais uma vez, distintos convidados, caros participantes, senhoras e senhores investigadores, senhores jornalistas, muito bom dia. Sejam muito bem-vindos a Cabo Verde, à Ilha de Santiago e à cidade da Praia. Tenham uma boa estada entre nós e queiram sentir-se em casa. Tenho uma enorme satisfação e é para mim uma grande honra poder saudar-vos neste, que é o segundo Fórum Internacional do Quadro Global sobre a Escassez da Água na Agricultura, WASAG. A vossa presença física aqui e a comparência virtual de centenas de participantes demonstram, simplesmente, a grande importância atribuída à temática tratada neste fórum. Segundo fui informado pela organização, os inscritos neste evento são oriundos de 143 países, e entre os que estão presentes e os que se encontram na plataforma virtual. De facto, o lema escolhido, tornar a agricultura resiliente face às mudanças climáticas e escassez da água uma oportunidade de ação e colaboração, não podia ser mais assertivo. O aumento da escassez da água em muitos países é uma das consequências das mudanças climáticas, das mais dramáticas até, se considerarmos a ameaça que ela representa para os sistemas alimentares, para o equilíbrio dos ecossistemas e para a nossa própria sobrevivência. Bem, olhando para os dados publicados e conclusões de vários relatórios, designadamente do painel intergovernamental sobre as mudanças climáticas e de muitas organizações internacionais, podemos chegar pelo menos a duas grandes constatações. Primeiro, que a grande parte das catástrofes naturais resultantes das mudanças climáticas estão relacionadas com a água, que a escassez hídrica é cada vez mais uma ameaça, especialmente para os sistemas alimentares, que o número de países afetados pela escassez hídrica aumenta de forma galopante, que o número de pessoas que enfrentam diretamente a falta de água ou a sua poluição atingiu a ordem de bilhões. Enfim, que também vem aumentando significativamente o número de afetados e de mortes por doenças hídricas. Também que, face a tudo isto, a vulnerabilidade das realidades insulares é maior. Segundo, que além do estado permanente de alerta que a crise climática nos impõe, estamos perante uma grande oportunidade de acelerarmos a ação conjunta e colaborativa no sentido de adaptarmos os sistemas produtivos do setor da agricultura às mudanças climáticas, tirando proveito do conhecimento técnico e científico e redefinindo as prioridades, especialmente na alocação de recursos. Ora bem, neste contexto que vemos a pertinência do segundo Fórum da WASAG, que visa essencialmente mobilizar os compromissos políticos para acelerar as ações estratégicas, incluindo as políticas públicas e investimentos necessários para enfrentar a escassez de água na agricultura, formular mensagens assertivas sobre a gestão da escassez de água na agricultura, proporcionar mais espaço de reflexão e de contribuições para avaliação a meio percurso do estado de implementação dos Objetivos da Década Internacional para a Ação, 2018-2028, e discutir as melhores formas de tornar mais efetivas e impactantes as parcerias para a implementação da nova estratégia de ação da WASAG. Creio que à volta destes objetivos podemos ficar todos satisfeitos com a excelente oportunidade de reflexão conjunta e partilha de soluções inovadoras para enfrentarmos com sucesso a escassez de água na agricultura. Vendo o programa do Fórum, identificamos 11 temas pertinentes: água e nutrição, agricultura salina, uso sustentável da água na agricultura, preparação para enfrentar a seca, água e migração, mecanismos de financiamento, soluções baseadas na natureza para a escassez de água na agricultura inovação, tecnologia, dados e ciência para a escassez de água na agricultura, desenvolvimento de irrigação liderado por agricultores, agricultura de sequeiro. São temas muito importantes de reflexão durante este segundo Fórum Internacional da WASAG e devemos aqui realçar que a escassez de água hoje não toca apenas alguns países, começa a ser, de facto, um problema global. Não querendo me alongar mais, permitam-me agradecer as comissões de organização e todo o staff de suporte ao Fórum pelo brilhante trabalho que vem fazendo e desejar a todos uma participação muito proveitosa. Muito obrigado.
Excellency, for your warm welcome and again for your strong leadership in leading and promoting the WASAG. With that, let me now invite Ms. Ana Touza, Permanent Representative of FAO to Cabo Verde, to deliver her welcome remark. FAO Cabo Verde works closely with the Ministry of Agriculture and Environment and also other government agencies, the local communities, industry, in implementing climate actions, agriculture and water solutions on the ground to secure the food and also to help to support broadly sustainable development in the country. Now, the floor is yours, Mr. Touza.
Muito bom dia, Senhor Primeiro-Ministro, Excelência, Senhor Ministro da Agricultura e Ambiente, Excelência, Senhores Ministros da Comunidade, Senhor Ministro de Indústria e Comércio, um prazer tê-los aqui também presentes, caro Secretário de Estado de Economia Agrária, que tem feito um imenso trabalho na coordenação e ao secretariado deste evento, Senhor Embaixador da Federação de Suíça, na FAO, Senhor Diretor da Divisão de Terra e Água da FAO, Senhor Presidente do WASAG, Senhoras e Senhores Deputados da Nação, Senhoras e Senhores eleitos municipais, Senhoras e Senhores representantes das estruturas centrais e descentralizadas do Estado, Senhoras e Senhores representantes do corpo diplomático, digníssimos conferencistas, colegas das Nações Unidas, ilustres convidados, minhas senhoras e meus senhores. É um prazer para mim proferir estas palavras por ocasião da sessão de abertura do segundo Fórum Internacional do WASAG. Eu tinha acabado de chegar ao Cabo Verde quando o primeiro Fórum Internacional do WASAG aconteceu aqui na praia em março de 2019. Foi, de facto, o meu primeiro evento oficial como nova representante da FAO em Cabo Verde. Tivemos, então, 300 delegados vindos de 48 países. Hoje, como que estão aqui na sala, que nos acompanham online, acredito que atingimos um número recorde de inscritos de mais de 2.200 participantes vindos de mais de 80 países. Permita-me, portanto, desejar calorosas boas-vindas a todos os delegados que se reúnem aqui na praia e online, para discutir mais uma vez como abordar a escassez da água na agricultura face às alterações climáticas. Sempre fiquei impressionada, nos 4 anos que aqui estou, com a determinação do povo cabo-verdiano. Morando aqui, vejo o progresso na implementação de sistemas agrícolas resilientes, face às secas, uma paisagem peculiar e cercada por água salgada. Aqui em Cabo Verde, testemunhamos como todas as partes, pequenos agricultores, o setor privado, comunidades e municípios, com apoio do governo, veem as circunstâncias desafiadoras como uma oportunidade para desenvolver a agricultura. Parabéns ao governo de Cabo Verde por acolher pela segunda vez este Fórum Internacional do WASAG. Saudamos a paixão com que vocês estão enfrentando os desafios impostos pela escassez da água na agricultura, demonstrando de maneira prática que soluções podem ser encontradas de forma inovadora e colaborativa. Minhas senhoras e meus senhores, Em Cabo Verde, ao longo de 46 anos de cooperação, a FAO sempre concebeu, apoiou e geriu projetos ligados à água. Do primeiro fórum para aqui, foram assinados e implementados novos projetos com vista à mobilização de recursos hídricos para a agricultura. Se em 2019 falávamos em recente ciclo da seca que o país atravessava, hoje temos que acrescentar mais 3 anos que continuam a fustigar ao país. Por isso, na procura de estratégias a longo prazo para enfrentar as crises, a visão do quadro do Programa de País 2023-2027 entre a FAO e Cabo Verde está alinhado com o Programa Estratégico de Desenvolvimento Sustentável PES 2 do Governo, com o quadro de cooperação para o desenvolvimento sustentável das Nações Unidas para o mesmo período e com a Agenda 2030. Preconizamos que em 2027 mais pessoas em Cabo Verde estejam habilitadas e com melhor acesso a uma nutrição segura, inclusiva e equitativa, baseada em sistemas de produção alimentar locais, resilientes ao clima e baseados no conhecimento, que criem empregos decentes e promovam soluções inovadoras e sustentáveis basadas na natureza. E a nossa prioridade estratégica 3, o ambiente saudável, almeja de aqui a 4 anos, os principais ecossistemas marinhos e terrestres e a biodiversidade estejam protegidos, restaurados e geridos de forma sustentável e a resiliência perante os choques e alterações climáticas melhorada, aumentando também a capacidade de respostas em termos de gênero. Queremos, por exemplo, que a gestão integrada das bacias hidrográficas seja reforçada com aumento da capacidade produtiva dos solos, de reabastecimento dos leções freáticos, da mobilização da água e de saneamento ambiental. O objetivo final será alcançar uma das grandes metas do quadro estratégico da FAO 2023-2030, que tenhamos os chamados 4 betters, ou 4 betters: melhor produção, melhor nutrição, melhor ambiente e uma vida melhor, não deixando ninguém para trás. Em nome do diretor-geral da FAO, dizemos que a FAO continuará a apoiar os governos com estratégias na luta contra a escassez de água na agricultura. Renovo os nossos agradecimentos aos organizadores e a todos os parceiros e a todos desejo um excelente fórum. Muito obrigada.
Thank you, Ms. Tusa. Thank you, my dear colleague Anna, for your warm welcome. And also you have the support not only from the sub-regional regional office, also everyone in the headquarters, in the entire FAO, to support your leadership to deliver much more impactful partnership together with Cabo Verde in the future. With that, now it gives me a great pleasure to invite Mr. Renders, the chair of the WASAG Steering Committee, to deliver his opening remark. Mr. Renders, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good day. We all love stories, and I think you also love stories. And I want to tell you a story of a pencil. Once upon a time, there was a pencil maker. After making a pencil, the pencil maker took the pencil aside. Just before putting it into the box, he told the pencil, "There are 5 things that you need to know. Before I send you out in the world, always remember them and never forget, and you will become the best pencil you can be. Number 1, you will be able to do many great things. but only if you allow yourself to be held in someone's hand. 2, you will experience a painful sharpening from time to time, but you'll need it to become a better pencil. 3, you will be able to correct any mistakes you might make. 4, the most important part of you will always be what's inside. And 5, on every surface you are used on, you must leave your mark, no matter what the condition. You must continue to write. Why am I telling you the story? Because we are stepping now into the magical 7 years of the global framework on water, scarcity and agriculture, or in short, WASAG, that was launched in 2016, formally established as a partnership, elected a steering committee twice, and has endorsed and supported at various international meetings, including its own first international forum in March 2019, here in Praia, Cabo Verde, and 2 endorsements by the Committee on Agriculture, and there are 5 things. 1, since 2016, WASAG did great things because they were steered and held in the hands of their partners. 2, WASAG experienced some difficult times, but we became a stronger WASAG. 3, WASAG was able to correct their mistakes because of individuals, partners, and WASAG's networking abilities. 4, the important part of WASAG is what's inside. And lastly, no matter what the conditions and surfaces were, we kept on writing and doing in the water scarcity sector what we love doing so much. WASAG's footprint is worldwide. We must always remember what guides us and never forget, and we will remain the best we can and build on our successes. I feel proud and honored to be part of the framework that has successfully steered through the testing times of turning water scarcity into opportunities for sustainable agriculture, food security and nutrition, and a sustainably created value for all its stakeholders. The framework for action, the global framework for action to cope with water scarcity in agriculture in the context of climate has gained increasing recognition since its launch and establishment of its partnership in April 2017. The progress made to date confirms the relevance and pertinence of the framework, and the commitment is founding partners. Work continues to attract new partners. The main mission is to support measurable, significant and sustainable progress on improving and adapting to sustainable agricultural systems in conditions of increasing water scarcity and the changing climate, using the combined expertise and resources of the partners. With the main theme of this second WASAG Forum here in Praia, Cabo Verde, making agriculture resilient for climate change, water scarcity and opportunity for action and collaboration, it complements the vision of WASAG, a world whose food systems are secure and resilient to increasing water scarcity in a changing climate. Taking stock of the road travelled since the first WASAG International Forum of March 2019, the second forum has the following objectives: to mobilize political commitment to accelerate strategic actions, including policies and investments for addressing water scarcity in agriculture, to formulate messages that will raise the profile of water scarcity in agriculture in the climate change dialogue at the forthcoming UNFCCC, the COP28, and the United Nations Water Conference in March 2023, to discuss ways of making the partnership more effective and impactful of the implementation of the new WASAG strategy 2021 to 2024, and involving all partners to share relevant knowledge and information on key issues, and to network and to foster collaboration amongst partners, to showcase latest technologies, practices and products in agriculture through the fair. With full support from the Government of Cabo Verde, no stone was unleft and unturned to host a successful second WASAG forum to ensure learning and present hospitality at its best, leading to a memorable experience. I know that you will enjoy your stay in this most beautiful part of the world and experience the wonders and richness of the history and ancient civilization of the region. On behalf of WASAG, I send a warm welcome to WASAG partners and all stakeholders all over the world to this global event here in Praia. I thank you. Obrigado.
Thank you, Mr. Renders, for your warm welcome. But also, please let me take this opportunity to thank you and also the other co-chair of the WASAG, two co-chairs, and also every members in the steering committee, all the group, working group leaders, and for your hard working and for your promotion support to the WASAG in the past. As mentioned in the DG's opening statement, we highly appreciate Switzerland to support the WASAG, not only by providing financial support to the two WASAG fora, but also support the WASAG Secretariat in FAO and by being a strong advocate of WASAG in FAO decision-making bodies and afterside of FAO. So now let me welcome His Excellency, Mr. Venabost, Ambassador and Permanent Representative of Switzerland to the United Nations Organization in Rome, who has especially come to Praia to attend this forum in person. Ambassador, the floor is yours, please.
This one, it's okay? Thanks. So, bom dia, mil desculpas, não falo muito bem português, para nada criollo, pouco de portunhol, e por isso vou continuar falando inglês. Yeah. The usual problem. Banging the head. Needing to. So, Your Excellencies, so José Ulisses Coia Silva, Prime Minister of Cabo Verde, Gilberto Silva, Minister of Agriculture, ministers, authorities, delegates, students, if there are some there, ladies and gentlemen. In the name of the Swiss authorities, I would like to express our admiration and gratitude to Cabo Verdean authorities and people for having taken a world leadership in the matter of water scarcity in agriculture with a forward-looking mind, clear know-how, with peaceful, friendly, and patient stubbornness, in line with your cultural and traditional qualities that helped you in shaping your modern state. Better than Cape Verdean, nobody knows the devastating effects of water scarcity that can bring to a society. And I'm not going to, as a Swiss, I'm not going to teach any lessons there.
Even though water scarcity in the mountains was one of the reasons why half of the population migrated in 30 years and 2 centuries ago from the alpine area. Yet defining water scarcity is always linked to the uses the human being is doing, right? If you don't have no water where nobody is there, usually nobody really takes much attention of it. And the problem we are all facing is that demographic growth is continuing. So we have both to feed people, but we have also to make sure that everybody has access to quality water without creating a class A, a class B of citizens. And this is a major challenge. And on top of it, if we consider that we had been discussing for ages about climate change effects, yes, no, and mostly for, I would say, for political reasons, recognizes or not what's going on, let me just tell you something. And you might say, okay, what is related this to WASAG? And I will get to the point. You know, Switzerland is one of the water towers of Europe. And one of the uses of water that not everybody knows is, for instance, every year, at a certain moment in the year, we deliver water to our neighbor countries to cool down nuclear power stations producing electricity. Because of the effect of climate change, the negotiations are every year getting more tense. We are getting even to our diplomatic limits among friends. I mean, we are neighboring countries, we are friends. We talk every day together. But we are getting to a point in which sometimes we say, look, we cannot deliver this water that you are needing, so, I don't know, shut down for a while your power station, something like this. I'm just taking this example because this example is hitting the mind of people. At least the people I would say in the northern hemisphere, where we have been considering for ages that water scarcity is not an issue. It is an issue. But it's not just a sectoral issue. It's a systemic issue. Yes, I should follow sorry. So the implication of this, of course, is what? Is that we have to consider seriously water as a public good and a global public good. This implies that we have to find ways to make private sector investments, public sector ways to handle this matter, financing agents, banks, everyone, to discuss and find ways to find common agreements in the uses of the water. So, actually, water is a matter of governance. And this is, I suppose, the reason why your excellencies are here at the beginning of this meeting. It could be considered a technical meeting, WASAG, something related to scarcity for agriculture, or it must be something about drip irrigation, or maybe a discussion whether you should use desalinization also for agriculture or only for human consumption. What about brackish water? What about salt-resistant varieties and so on? But actually, it's much more than that. It's actually finding institutionalized processes, and this is what we have been doing in Switzerland for ages, institutionalized processes that lead to a negotiated compromise in the way you're setting the priority for the uses of the water. This is something we started, let's say, 150 years ago in the mountain areas, and we got actually the support for the investments of the insurance companies already at that time, even though water has been, and it is still today, managed as a public good by public authorities. But there were ways of shaping alliances already at that time. Because alone, we and you cannot go nowhere. If you think that you can just have a discussion about water scarcity in agriculture without considering that we are part of a system we're going to make a mistake at the end. So this is important, I think, and it will be a message also for the future, I suppose, of WASAG, how to be embedded strongly into systemic approaches. Now, I would like to take a couple of examples still to just continue to, if you follow a little bit the thought that I'm bringing in. We've been also discussing with Elsa yesterday a lot. Of course, when we are talking about the uses of water, the efficiency is the key word. How to become more and more efficient in the way we are using. Because we always dream to just add amount of water that we can be using. But actually we are realizing that under stress, the water is diminishing, not increasing, at least per capita. So the efficiency in the uses of water is one of the key elements that can be accompanied with specifically intervention and modernity and modern intervention to also here and there have increased the water access to water. Desalination now is something that is being discussed a lot, but it costs. And this has immediately implication that if you need a systemic approach and a negotiated approach in order then to allow, I suppose, your Minister of Finance to define how much is the budget that goes to one or the other technical ministries, because water is needed in health, in industries, in everywhere, right? In urban settlement. So once I visited Los Angeles, in discussing about what Switzerland is doing with what we call blue peace approach, because, by the way, if we don't find a way to negotiate a compromise, conflict is coming. Any kind of conflict. Could be conflicts that is just in the family, or conflicts between rural and urban, or could be international conflicts. You know, Security Council, and we're Switzerland now for the next 2 years is in the Security Council, and water issues has been always being difficult to bring it in Security Council at UN. They always say, no, look, water is a national priority. It's not something to be discussed globally. But now more and more this is happening. I think Mozambique next week is going to bring an area discussion in the Security Council about water and transboundary water uses. So when I was in Los Angeles, I was surprised by saying, okay, they are having less and less water, but they increase efficiency in the human consumption 35% by just changing the way you use the water, the taps, the opening and closing and so on, in a kind of automatizing. So there are things that can be done to reduce and to be more efficient. This is in any sector, including, of course, agriculture, and this is where WASAG is bringing in the technology needed. But still, this needs governance, needs leadership, and it's always easy to say, yeah? We always say, oh, we need leadership. It's so easy to exercise leadership. It's not easy at all. But if we are united in the negotiation processes, institutionalizing processes leading to a compromise, it's easier also to exercise leadership because other actors will be supportive, students will be supportive, private sector will be supportive, and so on. And this is really a key element. And I should not go too much into that one, but we in Switzerland, when we've been supporting through the Blue Peace movement, we've been supporting countries for 20 years in the Middle East. We started in Middle East, and then moving to West Africa. Our example was always the Senegal River and the way Senegal River has been managed in the last 40, 50 years, with political commitment, with strong leadership, agreement. Everything is being negotiated. Conflicts are even being managed through the river basin commissions of the Senegal River. We have been, now we've been for years supporting the Gambia River Commission and the governments in the region to see if there are ways to help out, including with financing. I mean, you know better than me, when you want to have organize an investment that is transboundary, that goes maybe, could be even just an electrical transmission line that goes through 4 or 5 countries, you have to negotiate maybe 50 contracts with different actors, and it takes maybe 8, 10 years not getting nowhere. So what we are trying to see if there are ways also to go into modern and future-oriented financing mechanism that actually offer a premium, an award for a peaceful agreement in how you handle multi-sectoral approaches or transboundary approaches in investing in water. So you can imagine if you have a plan that says, okay, we are going to do both investments for human consumption, agriculture, electricity, and so on in this planned manner, we would like to have a support that goes to the plan, not to the specificity, then this would give leeway to the authorities to define how to best use the money inside the program. This is something we are trying to push. It's not being easy, but it's something that maybe would be beneficial once to discuss also both here and in other places. Now, just to finish on WASAG. So the conclusion is what, at the end? That WASAG, of course, needs to be further expanded and institutionally strongly embedded in our multilateral system. But this has to be done without losing or missing or dismissing leadership of African countries like Cabo Verde and Senegal, because our future depends on how fast we are capable to learn, to better understand, and apply peaceful approaches dealing with water scarcity, as Cabo Verde and countries in West Africa have been doing for decades now. So let me end my intervention by mentioning someone. I know she will not be happy, but I will have to do it anyway, which is then Elsa Simoe. Her work has been in front-running in making efficiency in the use of water scarcity for agriculture in Cabo Verde. It became a must for us, this approach. And at the same time, last year, offering to the youth, the young ones that are hoping that we are capable to help them out exerting leadership, Cabo Verde has been, through her support, very instrumental in helping us, Switzerland, in facilitating a process that led to an agreement, a world agreement on a policy recommendation for youth engagement in agriculture and food systems. I'm mentioning this because these are really difficult times. It was basically the only negotiated consensus we could find last year in the World Committee of Food Security, because the situation is so difficult. Therefore, I'm sorry, I'm insisting a little bit on this transboundary part and not less maybe in the technicalities of WASAG, but I think for this I'm here, like many of us, to learn. And thank you for being a little bit too long. Sorry.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Thank you so much for your continued support, but also sharing your own experience and insight and your continuous support to the WASAG partnership in the future. With that, let me invite His Excellency, the Prime Minister, Mr. Correa Silva, to give us an opening remark. We are here today because of the Government of Cabo Verde as so committed to the WASAG Forum, and we acknowledge the warm hospitality of the people of your country. We are so grateful that Cabo Verde, as the birthplace of the WASAG Forum, are hosting the forum again for the second time. And we are so much impressed by the extraordinary commitment of the people and the government of the Cabo Verde. Through you, His Excellency, and through the government, we convey our gratitude to your people and to your government. It is a great honor for me now to invite Your Excellency to deliver the official opening of the second WASAG International Forum. The floor is yours, please.
Muito bom dia, Sr. Ministro da Agricultura e Ambiente, Ministros e Secretários de Estado, Sra. Representante do Diretor-Geral da FAO, Sr. Embaixador, Representante Permanente da Suíça nas Nações Unidas, Sra. Representante da FAO em Cabo Verde, Sr. Presidente da WASAG, Senhores Embaixadores e Representantes das Organizações Internacionais, Senhores Presidentes das Câmaras Municipais, caros participantes nesta Assembleia e aqueles que nos acompanham e participam através do sistema de videoconferência e de plataforma virtual. Pela segunda vez, Cabo Verde e a cidade da Praia foram escolhidos para realizar o Fórum Internacional da WASAG. Agradeço, em primeiro lugar, a confiança dos parceiros e tudo faremos para que seja, mais uma vez, um sucesso. E manifesto o total engajamento de Cabo Verde e a cidade da Praia em continuar a sediar a WASAG e os próximos fóruns. O Fórum WASAG é importante na agenda mundial, um dos maiores e mais prestigiados eventos científicos de nível mundial, dedicado exclusivamente à escassez da água, na agricultura e os seus efeitos nas sociedades modernas. Constitui uma ferramenta importante de partilha de conhecimento e tecnologias que ajudam os países na adoção de medidas adequadas para a gestão sustentável da água na agricultura. É uma importante oportunidade também para técnicos, académicos, especialistas e pesquisadores interagirem com renomados cientistas de várias partes do mundo. Nos próximos dias 22 a 24 de março terá lugar em Nova Iorque a Conferência da Água das Nações Unidas, convocada pelo secretário-geral António Guterres, para debater o futuro da humanidade em relação à água. Estamos convictos de que os resultados deste fórum, do segundo fórum da WASAG, terão subsídios úteis para a Conferência da Água das Nações Unidas. Minhas senhoras, meus senhores, a água está no centro do desenvolvimento sustentável e é um dos temas centrais da Agenda 2030 para o desenvolvimento das nações. A agricultura é a maior consumidora de água. A problemática da sua escassez ganha particular relevância com a gravidade dos efeitos dos impactos das mudanças climáticas, conjugado com o aumento da população mundial, o que induz ao aumento da procura de produtos alimentares e a pressão sobre o aumento da produção. Os números são sugestivos. Dos atuais 8 bilhões de pessoas, a humanidade contará em 2050 com 9,6 bilhões, o que representa um aumento de demanda e de produção por alimentos em mais 60%. O desafio é, por isso, colossal perante a situação atual e as tendências futuras. Dados das Nações Unidas mostram que 2,2 bilhões de pessoas no mundo não têm acesso à água potável. E a maior parte dessas pessoas estão nos países menos desenvolvidos. Segundo estimativas, Em 2050, 40% da produção mundial de cereais estará em risco devido à escassez de água. Nos próximos 50 anos, mais de 40% da população mundial viverá em países que enfrentam problemas de escassez de água. Em diversas regiões do mundo, hoje já é possível constatar diferentes impactos, como o desaparecimento de rios, nascentes e poluição das águas. E é verdade que existem tensões entre países na gestão da água e que poderá abrir guerras pela água, nomeadamente em países onde a gestão e do acesso da água é partilhada. Desafio da aceleração das medidas de adaptação e de transformações estruturais para o aumento da resiliência e o alcance do desenvolvimento sustentável está sobre a mesa. O desafio de conciliar os objetivos de aumento da produção e da resiliência alimentar com os da mitigação das mudanças climáticas e da adaptação aos seus efeitos está também na ordem do dia. A situação é, de facto, preocupante, mas não é dramática sem solução. O conhecimento técnico e científico, a cooperação e a disponibilidade de recursos financeiros e a implicação e empoderamento dos produtores e dos consumidores são determinantes para a construção de respostas estruturadas para uma melhor gestão da água e da escassez hídrica, tendo em vista a maior produção e resiliência do setor agroalimentar face aos efeitos das mudanças climáticas. O WASAG pode desempenhar um papel muito relevante e tem desempenhado através da promoção do reforço da investigação, da inovação e da partilha de conhecimentos e tecnologias. Em 2019, o primeiro fórum foi realizado aqui na cidade da Praia, num contexto mundial muito diferente do atual. Hoje o mundo está numa situação bem mais difícil. Estamos perante os efeitos conjugados da tripla crise mundial: a emergência climática, a pandemia da Covid-19 e a guerra na Ucrânia. Os impactos a nível ambiental, económico, social e humanitário têm sido terríveis para o mundo e particularmente para os países menos desenvolvidos. Neste contexto de crises, um pequeno Estado insular em desenvolvimento como Cabo Verde tem se posicionado com muita resiliência e capacidade de adaptação. Perante crises, fazemos a gestão das contingências e das emergências, sem perder de vista que, ao mesmo tempo, temos que implementar e temos estado a implementar políticas, reformas e investimentos para aumentar a resiliência do país, na saúde e segurança sanitária, no ambiente, energia e água e na diversificação da economia. A forte exposição às mudanças climáticas criou na nação cabo-verdiana, desde sempre, uma atitude secular de superação e de adaptação face à seca e à escassez hídrica. São séculos de resiliência pela sobrevivência. Hoje, o desafio é a resiliência para o desenvolvimento sustentável. É nesta perspectiva de resiliência para o desenvolvimento sustentável que o Governo de Cabo Verde traçou uma estratégia e tem estado a executá-la assente em transformações estruturais, em seguintes eixos que eu gostaria de partilhar brevemente convosco. A aceleração da transição energética para o aumento significativo da capacidade de produção, armazenamento e distribuição eficiente de energia através de fontes renováveis. Sol, vento e mar é o que mais temos em Cabo Verde. E esta transição energética tem impacto na redução da importação dos combustíveis fósseis, impacto na balança de pagamentos, impacto na produção e consumo das empresas e impacto na economia doméstica. A estratégia da água que torne a agricultura menos dependente da ocorrência de chuvas. sabendo que nós estamos localizados sob a influência do Sahel e temos períodos longos de seca e muitas vezes de seca severa. Por isso, tornar Cabo Verde menos dependente na sua produção agrícola da ocorrência das chuvas é um imperativo. E fazemos através da dessalinização de água do mar, reutilização segura de águas residuais, massificação da rega gota a gota e outras tecnologias pouco exigentes em água para a produção agrícola. E todos estes domínios associados à utilização de energias renováveis. O aumento da produtividade e rendimento da agricultura e da segurança alimentar e nutricional, através de uma maior aplicação de investigação e desenvolvimento, da logística agrícola e da capacitação e qualificação dos agricultores. Por último, o desenvolvimento da economia azul, com equilíbrio da gestão dos recursos marinhos e a conservação da proteção da biodiversidade. Em todos estes domínios, que fazem sentido num país como Cabo Verde. Somos ilhas. Temos 99,3% do nosso território é mar. Temos recursos no mar. Estamos localizados, recebendo influências do Sahel que provoca aridez e descontinuidade nos períodos de chuva. Temos recursos. E são com esses recursos naturais, sol, vento, terra e mar, que transformamos em energia, em água potável, em agricultura, em ecoturismo, em economia azul, com a integração do capital humano, tecnologia, investigação aplicada e bom sistema de governança institucional. Temos que ter capacidade de mitigar e de adaptar, mas sempre com o objetivo de transformar a realidade ambiental, económica e social com ambição de desenvolvimento e não gerir apenas contingências. Este é um desígnio que devemos partilhar, porque os desafios das mudanças climáticas, da sustentabilidade ambiental e da redução das vulnerabilidades ambientais, económicas, sociais e humanitárias são uma responsabilidade global. Se alguém tivesse dúvida, a pandemia da Covid-19 veio demonstrar. Por isso, é imprescindível que o desígnio do desenvolvimento sustentável seja assumido como uma responsabilidade por todos. E que dois fatores que são críticos, o tempo e o financiamento, sejam geridos com sentido de urgência por todos. E é verdade que todos os países estão com prazos curtos para inverter a trajetória das mudanças climáticas e os seus impactos devastadores. Por isso, a chamada para a ação do secretário-geral das Nações Unidas faz muito sentido. Termino manifestando o profundo agradecimento à FAO, ao governo da Suíça e à WASAG por acreditarem, uma vez mais, na capacidade da organização de Cabo Verde, no nosso comprometimento com esta importante plataforma sobre a escassez de água na agricultura. E reitero os agradecimentos do Governo de Cabo Verde à Comissão Científica da WASAG, ao Secretariado de Apoio da FAO, em Roma, e à Comissão Nacional Organizadora pelo excelente trabalho desenvolvido na organização deste evento. Desejo um bom trabalho para todos nestes 4 dias do Fórum. Desfrutem da vossa estadia aqui na praia e na Ilha de Santiago. Sintam-se em casa. Muito obrigado.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your continuous leadership in WASAG and also your guidance to bring the solutions, actions, recommendations from this forum to New York. And also to thank you and the Government of Cabo Verde in supporting the organization of this forum. and also as well as share your vision of the structured transformation from the finance, from water, from agriculture, from energy, from the blue economy perspective. And I think that's a great vision that we can all learn from today. Thank you. Thank you very much again. Excellencies, distinguished guests, dear participants, and we have last agenda item for the opening, and then I invite all of us to watch a short video on the water scarcity, and for which, Excellencies, please kindly to be seated in the front row so we can watch the video. And after that, I will pass the moderation role back to my colleague, John Brotto. Thank you.
Agriculture has suffered from severe water shortages in recent years. By 2025, nearly a quarter of the world's population will be living in countries with absolute water scarcity. Climate variability and extreme weather events will make this worse. Food security and poverty reduction are at risk. Smallholder farmers and the rural poor are the most vulnerable, since they rely on agriculture and natural resources for their livelihoods. Too often they are overlooked and left behind. That's why in 2017, the FAO established the Global Framework on Water Scarcity in Agriculture, bringing together more than 60 partners from across the globe. This partnership seeks to address water scarcity in agriculture through concrete action in areas such as water and migration, to enhance the resilience of rural communities to water stress to provide them with an alternative to migration. Drought preparedness, to prevent droughts from turning into famines and increase family farmers' capacity to cope with them. Water and nutrition, to help farmers produce more nutritious food for a healthy and balanced diet. Financial mechanisms, to facilitate access to investments in sustainable management of water resources. Sustainable agricultural water use, to increase the agricultural production and improve water use efficiency. Saline agriculture, to support innovative and sustainable food production systems in saline soil and water environments. Increasing cooperation in these areas through WASAG can help manage water wisely and achieve food security, because no one should be left behind.
For all our distinguished speakers. I think the variety of interventions was so rich, compelling, and I believe that after this forum, in addition to the 6 working groups that were mentioned in this short video, we will agree to have more to respond to the challenges that we are discussing in this forum. Now, we are going to go outside for a group photo. I'll ask you to stay seated while our VIPs go out and take position. It will be outside on the stairs, and then the protocol will arrange us so that we can sit properly for a good photo. And after the group photo, those who have not yet registered, please register. And then we will reconvene in this room where my colleague and friend and brother Miguel Damura will then officiate a session on Cabo Verde. Please come back many to listen to what Cabo Verde has to teach us on water scarcity in agriculture. Please wait until the high table is out and then you can follow.